Hello everyone again. Just bring you another quick video here. Just on my top tips for using the Dreaming Spanish platform. Now I know it's a big platform. A lot of people use it for learning Spanish. It's really popular, especially I think it's caught some traction recently, and it's become probably one of the biggest platforms for learning Spanish. So it's what I've used for probably 85% of my learning in Spanish. So I just thought it'd be good to share some tips and share some advice on how to maximize your use with this platform and YouTube channel when learning Spanish. Also gonna try to do this video half in Spanish and half in English. So apologies to any native Spanish speakers if my Spanish isn't the best ever, but I'm going to do my best. Just got my laptop here with some notes in English, so not reading off a script or anything. Just we'll try to keep it as natural as possible so you can all see how my Spanish is going. So the first sort of tip I have for using the Dreaming Spanish platform is to set a minimum goal for every day. For every time you log in, set a minimum goal of this is how many minutes I'm going to do as a complete minimum, and do that every single day. I don't think it really matters what that goal is, whether it's 3 hours or 30 minutes or an hour. I think just pick one that suits with your lifestyle. We all have different lives and we're all doing different things. So just pick one that you can definitely stick with. And as I said, you can always have the ability to do that extra hour if you've got that free day, or do that extra couple of hours. So I think that's really important. Just have a minimum that you know you'll be able to meet 99% of the days. That's really important, I think, and that will just keep the ball rolling, and it will help build the habit of logging in each day and clocking in those hours of input. So I think that's really important. And as I said, pick a time frame that you definitely know you'll be able to complete 99.9% of days. So I think that's really important to staying consistent. El segundo consejo es importante. Tiene no miedo utilizar otras plataformas por tu input comprensible. En línea hay muchas plataformas y mucho contenido por input comprensible, específicamente por el idioma español, porque es un idioma muy popular por gente aprendí en todo el mundo. Hay mucho contenido, específicamente en plataformas, por ejemplo, YouTube y Spotify. Hay mucho contenido gratis. Por ejemplo, el canal How to Spanish es una buena canal en YouTube por input comprensible. Es una tipa de videos de podcast. Es mucho contenido en el tema de aprender idiomas y mucha variedad de contenido en este canal. En este canal, el hombre y una mujer, y es bueno. Es de dos personas, una pareja, yo creo. Sí, es bueno. En mi experiencia, hay mucho horas de input en este canal. Y hay otro ejemplo, es Español con Juan, perdona. También es una canal de YouTube. Es un hombre. Es muy divertido, muy entretenimiento para mí cuando aprende español. El video no es muy largo, solamente 10 y 20 minutos. En este canal mucho contenido de intermedio y avanzado. sí, ambos de canales es muy, muy bueno por Incomprensible. Yo recomiendo mucho. Y otro consejo por utilizar esta plataforma es, en mi opinión, es importante elegir videos tú encontrar entretenimiento. Es muy importante. Es un poco difícil cuando empezar el proceso de input comprensible con Dreaming Spanish, pero en la etapa de intermedio es posible elegir um, específicamente videos tu divertir, es entretenimiento para ti. Es muy importante. Y una método por ver estos videos, tu encontrar entretenimiento es ver muchos videos y otra vez. Es posible ver videos dos o tres veces. eh, no hay problema con eso. Eh, Específicamente, tú encontrar un tipo de videos o un tipo de serie eh, es, es, es bueno para ti. Ver estas series muchas veces. No hay problema con eso. Okay, so the next step I've got is just to trust the process. It's going to feel really strange at the start when you first begin the dreaming when you first start using the Dreaming Spanish platform and just the general comprehensible input method. So when you start off, it probably isn't going to feel like it's working very well. Those first sort of 50 hours can be quite tough because obviously you're watching videos that may not be the most entertaining, but you do just have to get through that. And you have to trust the process. You have to understand that other people have done the same thing, and you do start to understand more the more videos you watch and the more hours you consume. It's going to take hundreds, if not thousands, of hours to end up being able to speak properly and being able to understand a fair amount of videos where you can go on and watch television and movies in Spanish. So that takes a lot of time. I'm kind of at the point now where I can understand advanced videos on the platform pretty fine, and probably at that TV show period at the moment where I can start to watch TV shows and understand enough where it's entertaining and it's enjoyable. And just with trust in the process, don't stress if you don't understand a part of a video, or even I remember some days when I was more at the beginning or intermediate stage, some videos would just go straight over my head. I wouldn't really understand any of the whole video, and it might be a 10-15 minute video, but I like to still finish watching it, and I would move on to the next one and I would get a bit more confident that I could understand this one. So that happens a fair bit at the start and in the intermediate section, but just stick with it, and it's really important to just trust the science behind it and to just trust that it's going to work. As I said, other people have done it, so it'll work for you as well. You're also human, so it should work. So just trust the process. It will feel weird at the start, but just keep going. El siguiente consejo es comprar el premium de Dreaming Spanish. Ayúdame mucho comprar este premium suscripción porque en la edición de premium en la página web hay mucho más contenido por español, muchos videos en línea en la página web de Dreaming Spanish. Es una buena inventiva en esta plataforma, en mi opinión. Es un poco más fácil, en mi hora de input cotidiana, porque algunos tiempos solamente utilizar el página web de Dreaming Spanish. Yo empecé a ver un video y el siguiente video y el siguiente video. Es hacer el proceso de ver muchos videos en tu tiempo libre es un poco más mejor con el premium suscripción. Y el suscripción es solamente $8 por mes. En mi opinión es relativamente bien por el contenido el empresa ofrece. Sí, es bueno, es vale la pena. So the final sort of tip here I've got is just to enjoy the process. It's going to take so long in terms of hours of input to really get quite good at it, good at speaking the language and understanding the language fully. So just enjoy it. Try to make the experience of watching the videos as comfortable as possible, whether that's sitting on the couch with a hot tea or watching it at a desk. It really doesn't matter, but do what's comfortable for you. Find a time in the day that works well with you when you're not too stressed out, when you can put some time and attention into watching the Dreaming Spanish videos and other comprehensible input videos. So try to enjoy the experience. In saying that, though, obviously there's going to be those days where you might be busy with other things going on in your life and you might be a bit stressed out, but you still have to get that hour in or whatever number of minutes or hours you're trying to do per day. So I've kind of written down a note here. Probably 85% of the time I find it quite enjoyable, but you probably do get that 15% where you just need to sort of have a bit of discipline and just pop the head down and just watch the videos and get them done. And you might not be concentrating fully, but still do that hour or whatever your goal is for that day. I think that's really important. Might not be the most efficient practice ever, but it will build that habit and you'll still be getting something from it. So I think that's really, really important to be aware of, that it's not always going to be fun. Try to make it as fun as possible, but it is important to have that little bit of discipline as well. And you'll go through months when you're a bit flat and you feel like it's not going anywhere, but then you'll come out the other side and you know you've made some really good progress. So just stick with it and yeah, have a bit of discipline, but enjoy the time with the language as well. I think everyone will find their little niche of content they really enjoy, which is great. That really helps the process. Okay, so thanks for listening to those tips for using the Dreaming Spanish platform and really making the most out of your experience with it. I hope that helped a few people out there. I know I've received a few questions about Dreaming Spanish and comprehensible input as a whole recently, so I hope that helps a few people. I hope people can take a few things from it. I know a lot of them are probably common sense, but I think it's sometimes good to hear these different tips. Thanks.